Welcome to another episode of your favorite talk show, Stephen Korean Perspectives. I am your host, Stephen Alexander.
And I'm your host, Corinne Harris. In today's episode, we have Tau Sigma Secretary Tatiana Alonso here to discuss the reboot of her organization after 10 years. We also have leasing manager Natalie Mayr from the Verge to discuss housing opportunities for students who want to live off campus.
Yes, and in today's topic, Corinne and I will discuss ways we as college students can be persistent with reaching our goals, even when times get hard. So stay tuned with us. You're in for a good show. You're watching SKP.
SKP, Stephen Korean Perspectives. SKP, Stephen Korean Perspectives. Are you ready for this?
As we all know, college is just an experience that allows us to expand our knowledge, but sometimes being persistent can be a challenge if we're not focused. So Corinne, how can students stay focused during trying times?
So the biggest thing that students can stay persistent is motivation. And there's three factors that contribute to motivation. I'm about to take you back. Why
to are you always telling me taking me to school? Because you're in school too.
I just gotta take you back, even though you was in class earlier. So first,
this
you're
girl
here.
has really lost her mind. First and foremost, we in school together, baby. Don't do too much on the show
We
now.
are. But you know, mine all online, so I don't get to be on ground like you
want
do.
a cookie?
Yes, I will
Okay.
take that because I haven't eaten
You want a
anything all
Nobel
day.
Peace Prize?
I actually need that. So the three factors that contribute are perception of the value and curriculum, sense of belonging, and self-efficiency.
Okay.
So with the self part, that means it's learned. It's not something that, you know, you could just wake up and have. So you have to enter in college with the abilities to succeed.
Right.
You know, some of us, we may go to college because, you know, our parents want us to, or you be like, well, my friends are going, I'm graduating high school, I might as well just go to college just because. But you have to have the mindset and the ability that you know you're going to succeed.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
Because you know, we have met some people who's like, I'm just here, or I'm majoring in what my parents want me to major in, and that plays a toll into perception of the value and curriculum.
That's true.
Because you know, you have to be studying something that's going to help you. You can't just sit in class like, this don't interest me.
Right.
Because you remember what I told you, that some people wanted me to do nursing or business. I'm like,
because we did talk about that, didn't we? How like people were saying, hey, you should do this, you should do that, but like you said, you know what you are here for. Well, you should know what you're here for. And if you don't know, that's something you need to reevaluate within yourself, because you're wasting your time and you're wasting money. So you don't want to waste time or money, because some of that is valuable. Well, most of it is, and you will never get it back.
Yeah, exactly, Tom. We talk about that all the time.
That's
Please
true.
don't waste my time.
Don't waste my time.
That's something I can't
because
get
we
back.
only got 24 hours.
24
and I don't have time for the...
So you're
right, that's right. I don't.
And with the sense of belonging, that's directly affected by a student perception of his or her engagements in college. So, you know, be involved in organizations.
That's so true.
But, you know, it's not just, you know, has that effect on students. You know, our advisors or teachers, you know, they have to have value in us also, because you know, if I'm in class, it's like my teacher can't seem to help me. You know, how can I be motivated in my studies if it's like you're not here for me?
Right.
And you know, some of us run into those kind of problems because you're my teacher. I need help. You have office hours. I'm asking you questions, but you can't answer those questions for me.
You can't answer the questions for me. That's true.
And the next one is keep a positive mental attitude.
That's the truth.
Because so many of us, we enter, you know, things in college or even things in our personal lives or work, and you have a negative attitude about it.
True.
Now, it's going to be times where things may not always go the right way, but you have to cancel that negative thought. So if a negative thought comes to your mind, just say, I cancel that thought.
That's right.
Just talk to yourself.
That's
Who
right.
cares what people think?
And for me, I want to talk about, like, for me, like, just staying persistent. I can talk about some of the personal challenges I've had since being in college. I had a death of an uncle, and I had a adultish professor. That's been my challenges. But through those challenges, I knew what I was here for. I knew what my purpose was. You know, with my uncle's death, that was like my dad. So, you know, it really hit me hard when it first happened. But for me, staying persistent, I knew that I was here to reach a goal. Because I'm here for college, because not only do I want to learn and get the experience, but I want the things that I have learned in my broadcasting career to help me, so when I'm getting that job, I can do better for myself, if you get what I'm saying. So the things that we go through, we have to know, and I hate when people say, oh, well, you know, don't let your outside sources interfere with your inside sources. Sometimes they just happen to overlap, and emotions get to the best of us. You just gotta do what you gotta do. And back to the adultist professor.
Tell me about that.
If you don't know what adultist means, look it up in a dictionary.
So what were some of the problems that, you know, occurred with your professor? So just in case some of our viewers may be going through the same thing right now.
Absolutely. I had this professor in this one class. Pretty much she tried to state that I was illiterate in my writing. And I just find that hard.
Funny, because I know you're a good writer.
It's funny. I thought it was like, I would always meet with this professor. They would tell me it would always be different. And another thing too, for you guys watching, always keep your receipts. Always keep your receipts, because people will say, oh, this, and this. I told him this. Keep your receipts. And if you want to know what that means, come find me personally. I'll let you know. Because when it's time to file them taxes on the ASS, you got everything you need. Everything. So always keep your receipts. And what I would say with overcoming those challenges, what I did, I had a strong faith. I just believe that, you know, I'm in here for a purpose. I have to do what I have to do for me, and the man upstairs is going to take care of me.
Amen.
And then for my mother's support, I've always had mom support. She's been my biggest supporter through anybody. I love my mom to death.
I love mine too.
Yes.
We talk about our moms together. They're our backbone through anything.
That's right.
No matter what. Did you eat today, honey?
Did you eat today? Did you do this? Did you do that? And I'm so thankful for a good mother. And my self-awareness, like I know that there's going to be times where I am challenged. But like I said, I know I'm here for a purpose. I know I'm trying to be a broadcaster. I know I'm trying to build my career in television. So what I'm trying to do now is keep the steps. I'm trying to keep pushing and moving. So if you try to get me down, baby, you keep on trying. Because you might ding me, but it's not gonna keep me down, if you get what I'm saying. You just have to have the upbeat, positive attitude, and you know that you're here for a purpose. Have you ever had something like that happen to you, or adultish professor, or anyone who tried to come for you? And you know, I'm not trying to...
I've been in college, well, let's say high school and everything, but I started college in 2014, and I can say out of those years, I have faced many challenges, but you know what, you have to overcome it, and I have to say, you know, I still have motivation in myself, and I'm gonna figure it out with or without you. But you know what, Stephen, we must take a break. But coming up, we'll have Tau Sigma Secretary Tatiana Alonso here with us. So stay tuned. You're watching SKP.
You can help support Austin Peay students who don't have enough to eat by donating to the Save Our Students Food Pantry. The Save Our Students Food Pantry is looking for soup, pasta, canned meat, canned beans, peanut butter, and fruit. You can drop off your donations at the food pantry on Home Avenue. It's open Tuesdays through Friday, 8:30 until 4. For more information, call 221-1620. A campus reminder from Austin Peay.
I'm from Clarksville, Tennessee. Fort Knox, Kentucky. Jackson, Tennessee.
Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Gaffney, South Carolina. Seattle, Washington.
Jeremy, Haiti.
I'm from Três Pontas, Brazil.
Chicago, Illinois.
Hawaii.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Braselton, Georgia.
From Modesto, California. I want to be a neonatal nurse.
An athletic trainer and accountant.
Playing the NFL.
Interior designer. Physical therapist.
Law enforcement officer.
Ultrasound technician. Social worker.
Physician.
Politician.
Psychologist,
CPA.
Your social worker.
Nurse practitioner.
Physical therapist.
Restaurant owner.
A politician. Start my own business. Veterinary.
Elementary school teacher.
The NBA player.
Cardiovascular surgeon.
Anesthesiologist.
businesswoman in Nashville.
Social worker in Miami, Florida.
Politician in Washington, D.C.
Colorado.
Orlando, Florida. Houston, Texas.
Chattanooga.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Seattle, Washington.
Nashville, Tennessee. San Diego, California.
Nashville, Tennessee.
New York City, New York.
San Diego, California.
Atlanta, Georgia. Nashville.
Los Angeles, California.
New York, New York.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Orlando, Florida. Los Angeles, California.
Baltimore, Maryland. Clarksville, Tennessee.
Carolina Beach, Carolina. Philadelphia.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Clarksville, Tennessee.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Stephen Alexander, alongside with my co-host, Corinne Harris. Today we have Tau SIG Secretary Tatiana Alonso here to discuss her organization that has been inactive for almost, 10 years on APSU campus. So Tatiana, we welcome you to the show.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Yes. So first things first, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I came to Austin Peay State University in 2017 because my husband was stationed here in the Army. I was born and raised in New York. My mother
I can tell.
My mother was Italian. My mother's raised Italian, and my father's actually from Mexico. So I came from an immigrant family. I major in mathematics, and I concentrate as well in actuarial science with a minor in finance. I am a community tutor.
Ooh.
Look, if we need help with math.
Yeah, I got you guys.
So you know about money and stuff. You know how to calculate money. Okay.
That's exactly what I want to do.
Wow. So can you tell us a little bit about the chapter? It's been inactive for over 10 years. What inspired you to kind of get it going again after 10 years?
Well, recently, actually, fall 2018, was when we first started being active, when Tau Sigma first started doing activities and stuff like that, first started opening up. And it just really drew my attention to kind of just get out there and try to have like a position in the e-board and everything, just to pretty much get myself out there and reach out for more opportunities as well.
Okay.
So for some of our viewers, they may not know what is Tau Sigma National Honor Society. So what is Tau Sigma?
So basically, it's a transfer honor society, basically, and it provides just really support and network for excellence and involvement in transfer students.
And you're in it as well, right?
I am.
See, I got the Tau Sig girls with me. See, we bad up here. I got the Tau Sig girls.
Tau Sigma all day. Because, me and Tatiana, we're both are transfer students, so it actually feels good to be in an organization that's dedicated to transfer students.
That's right.
Yes.
Because, if you're not a transfer student, you don't know how it feels to be a transfer student. So
Exactly.
Ooh.
you can't sit with us.
Nasty.
I'm just like, you can't sit with us.
Oh my
So
goodness.
how can this organization benefit transfer students?
Well, first and foremost, really, the main thing is really just trying to be comfortable, just like that. Like, you can't sit with us, basically, because we got our own thing going on. We fresh and new, you know what I mean? So it's just really getting to feel like at home and welcomed in really a new environment and prompting ourselves to reach excellence in whatever we want to do.
Okay. So how do you feel that TALSIG has helped you personally?
Personally, I have met amazing people like Korean herself. I have had opportunities and insight on a lot of maybe like networking, job opportunities, connections, and all of that, and mainly just reaching out, having that type of motivation to mainly just grab those advantages at Austin Peay State University.
Okay, so what are some of the qualifications that a person needs to have? I know you have to be a transfer student, correct?
Yeah.
But what other qualifications do you guys look for?
Yeah, so basically you just pretty much need a 3.5 GPA or higher.
Okay.
You need to transfer into a 4-year college, and honestly, that's pretty much it. Your grades and academics should pretty much show how much you want to be on membership and stuff like that, so yeah.
And the other biggest thing is you have to have 1 year full academic credit from the prior institution.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's what some people like miss out too.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing.
Biggest thing, okay.
So how does someone join Tau Sigma?
So it's a $45 membership fee, super easy. The process is super easy. We make it super easy because we want you guys to have this advantage and get comfortable with people in the same exact position as you. So basically it's just a $45 membership fee. You get into it, and then the induction ceremony will be held during the end of the semesters and stuff like that. And other than that, you'll be officially an active member.
So you could tell she know how to work with money. She's smooth. She tried to make that $45 sound smooth.
She did.
She was like, it's just only a $45 fee. But
and it's a one-time $45 fee.
Exactly.
Because you know some organizations you have to pay dues like every semester, every year.
That's true.
And with us,
That's true.
it's a one-time invitation. So you either accept it to be in this organization for life, or you don't. I received the invitation.
Y'all, she got to be the spokesperson for real with that money, because she was smooth with that.
She was. We need that.
We need that.
You should be filing taxes. You should be. So what are some opportunities that members can gain from being a part of Tau Sigma?
Well, again, once you pay that $45 membership, it's a lifetime membership as well. So first of all, you're putting $45 in, and as well, that comes with benefits that can also reach more than $45, scholarships as well. And not only just scholarship and benefits, discounts and stuff like that for the lifetime membership, also just plenty of opportunity to just network once again, you know, meet new people that are in the same position as you, benefit from each other, and also just have fun while you're at it. And you know, once you're there, you connect with other people, and they'll really bring you some guidance into what Austin Peay can offer and your new school can offer.
Okay.
And for those, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, because Tau Sigma, we run it, okay?
She doing too much.
So for those who don't know, with Tau Sigma, we are transfer students, and located in the UC, it's the Ant Center.
Okay,
and
so you guys are downstairs on the
We are downstairs. We're actually with the Ant Center.
Okay.
So if you're looking for transfer students, you can also go to the Ant Center.
Right.
It's located near the post office.
Gosh, am I interviewing you too? I didn't know. Let me know. But no,
back and forth.
I'm just playing. So what are some upcoming events that's going on in the organization?
Yeah, so we have some really cool upcoming events like community service, lots of community service, our big giant induction ceremony, which will actually be at the Fort Terrace Stadium. So that's really cool. We're excited for that, definitely. And just like Korean said, the Ant Center, we're basically partnered with them. So all of their events will be our events as well.
Okay. Do you know any other events that's happening?
I do.
What
Is it okay for me to answer?
It is. You know, I asked this time, so go ahead.
So coming up, the first Wednesday and third Thursday of every month, we have commuter coffee break.
Okay.
So you come out and get free coffee and donuts.
Okay.
And I love donuts.
Okay.
And I love coffee. So you can find me every first Wednesday and third Thursday of every month in the Ed Center. And on March the 13th, which is coming up soon, transfer students can learn how to get involved, and also you can have pizza. You know, if it's food there, some students are going to be there. And this is welcome to all students to you guys in the Ant Center. You don't have to be a transfer student to come to the Ant Center. Okay. So I just want to make that known. Okay. And also, April the 17th, for seniors that are graduating, you can come out and decorate your graduation cap. I should have did that last semester because my cap was plain at graduation.
It was. But them pants were cute.
I was sharp on graduation.
And what other things, or is that it?
Right. We do have our community service event this
Yes.
Saturday at the Salvation Army.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do with the Salvation Army typically? Do you guys partner with them sometimes, or?
We are starting back up because we
Okay.
have been inactive for almost
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah.
So this is our first community service event. If you want to come, you can be with us this Saturday. You can be with us.
Okay, okay. Well, Tatiana, thank you for coming to the show. We have to go
Thank
to
you so
commercial
much.
break. But coming up, we'll have another special guest, Miss Natalie Mayr from the Verge, with us. So stay tuned. You're watching SKP.
I'm from Clarksville, Tennessee. Fort Knox, Kentucky. Jackson, Tennessee.
Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Gaffney, South Carolina.
Seattle, Washington.
Jeremy, Haiti.
I'm from Três Pontas, Brazil.
Chicago, Illinois.
Hawaii.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Brazelton, Georgia.
From Modesto, California. I want to be a neonatal nurse, athletic trainer, and accountant.
Playing the NFL.
Interior designer.
Physical therapist.
Law enforcement officer.
Ultrasound technician.
Social worker.
Physician.
Politician.
Psychologist.
CPA.
A social worker.
Nurse practitioner.
Physical therapist.
Restaurant owner.
A politician. Started my own business.
Veterinarian.
Elementary school teacher.
The NBA player.
Cardiovascular surgeon.
Anesthesiologist.
Businesswoman in Nashville.
Social worker in Miami, Florida.
Politician in Washington, D.C.
Colorado.
Orlando, Florida.
Houston, Texas.
In Chattanooga.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Seattle, Washington.
Nashville, Tennessee.
San Diego, California.
Nashville, Tennessee.
New York City, New York.
San Diego, California.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Nashville.
Los Angeles, California.
New York, New York.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Orlando, Florida.
Los Angeles, California.
Baltimore, Maryland. Clarksville, Tennessee.
Carolina Beach, Carolina.
Philadelphia.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Clarksville, Tennessee.
You can help support Austin Peay students who don't have enough to eat by donating to the Save Our Students Food Pantry. The Save Our Students Food Pantry is looking for soup, pasta, canned meat, canned beans, peanut butter, and fruit. You can drop off your donations at the food pantry on Home Avenue. It's open Tuesdays through Friday, 8:30 until 4. For more information, call 221-1620, a campus reminder from Austin Peay.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Corinne Harris, alongside with my co-host, Stephen Alexander. We have Natalie Mayr here from The Verge to share how the complex apartment plans to expand to gain more interest in students. So how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for coming. So tell us about your position at The Verge.
So I've been at The Verge for 2.5 years. I started off as a community assistant, so just kind of managing the front desk and stuff like that. But I graduated Austin Peay in May, and around that time is when I stepped in as a leasing manager.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what exactly does The Verge have to offer to students, and how can it benefit students?
So we're a purpose-built community basically that gears towards students. We have a lot of amenities that we think are just able able to enhance a lot of students' lifestyles. And we're rent by the room. So you have your private room, your private bathroom, and then you share your common space and your kitchen with 1 or 2 other people, depending on what kind of floor plan you choose. And you can choose those people to be your friends, or we can match you with somebody that fits your personality.
And also with everyone having their own room, everyone responsible for their own rent, correct?
And that's so good, because that's one of the biggest issues when you're moving in with your friends. That's how disagreements start. Somebody's not paying their part. With this, you just worry about yourself, but you still get the benefit of living with your friend.
I see. So that's very convenient.
Yes,
Right.
because especially like if you move into a new area, you have in your mind, okay, who I'm gonna find an apartment with, and is this person gonna have their part of the rent every month, or who's gonna put the lights in their name, or who's gonna do this? And at the Verge, you can just move in. You're responsible for
your own stuff.
Yeah, for your
and
own
it's
stuff.
convenient, right?
And because you said the lights, like who's paying for the lights, we also include pretty much everything in what you're paying: cable, internet, water, trash. So you got just your one bill, basically.
I see. So my question to you is, will, I guess, students who are looking forward to being at the Verge, will they need a co-signer? Do you guys go off of financial aid? How does that work?
So we have a couple different options for you.
Okay.
You can definitely use your financial aid to qualify you.
Okay.
If you have more questions about how, they can definitely give us a call, and we can let you know if you would qualify just with your financial aid. You can also choose to get a co-signer, so that person is like a family member or even just a friend who would say they're financially responsible for your lease agreement. And then if you're employed and if you meet the income requirements just with your income from your job, you can also use that as proof of income.
Okay. I want to go back to the housing. So far as men and women, can men and women live together? And also, how does it work? Because if you have a 20-year-old woman, female, can a 65-year-old man move in with her too?
Yeah, I mean, if she wants that, but I don't know. I don't know. No, absolutely not. So if you specify, if you say you want to live with this preferred roommate who's a guy and you're a female, that's totally fine.
Okay.
But generally, by default, we always put males with males, females with females, and we try to match them as well. Sometimes we even get people with the same major to fit in the same room and stuff like that. So we definitely won't match you with somebody who's 40 years old.
Okay, good.
Because we don't want anyone to be scared, because it's like, I'm moving in. I don't know who I'm moving in with.
Or I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm just going to be quiet, but I'm about to say something.
And what are some qualifications for students interested in moving to the Verge?
So really simple. We do a general background check on everybody wanting to move in, of course. We do an income requirement check for that as well. And then we do a credit check as well. So just 3 things, really.
And do it run your credit also?
They run your credit. Yeah, we do check your credit.
Now, is it a hard thing?
It's not. No, it's not hard. And if you have a co-signer, we just do the background check on the tenant that's moving in, and then we do the credit and the income check on the co-signer.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
So, and also, I know the Verge have something called the lease and takeover option. So can you explain the process of how that works?
Yeah, so we know life can always change, things can happen, and if you have to relocate, we have a reletting agreement is what it's called, which is different from subleasing, which is really, really good, because if you find somebody that you can relet your lease to, they'll move into your bedroom and they'll take over your room, and you'll be released of all responsibility of your lease agreement. It's not like subleasing where you're still somewhat responsible, but that person, of course, has to qualify as well the same way you did.
Okay.
And also with the subleasing too, they have to match your requirements to move in in the room with you. So, cause say if I stayed in a 3-bedroom and one of my roommates was wanting to move out, she found someone to take over her lease, how would she be? Would she just automatically be in my room, or will the Verge, talk to me and my other roommate to see if that's okay?
We'll definitely check with you. We wouldn't just move a male in there if that's somebody she found. So it definitely has to be a good match.
Okay. As this will run out of time, I want to get right into the renovations.
Oh, yeah.
So, what's going on with the renovations? I hear you guys doing extensive renovations. So what's going on with that?
So we got brand new owners. So we're doing a full facelift.
Okay.
We are upgrading all the units on property. We're getting hardwood-like floors. We're getting new backsplash, new cabinet pulls for the kitchen, which is actually very exciting. They look good. I like them. And then we're getting ceiling fans. We're getting a brand new sky deck that overlooks almost all of Clarksville.
Wow.
And we're getting a brand new resort-style pool. We're getting a 24-hour fitness center, a 24-hour fitness on demand and yoga room, and then a 24-hour cyber lounge. So if you're trying to come and study at 12 a.m., you can do that.
Okay.
Stephen, we may need to be going to look at some leasing options at the Verge.
Come see us.
I will. I'll come see you.
Come see us and follow us on all our social media.
Okay, so you guys do have a social media account.
We do have a social media. We have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, The Verge Clarksville.
Okay, okay. And we have one more question for you too, right? So our last question is, what about the
Pricing for students.
Yes.
How would this affect after the
The
renovations?
renovations, they are going to go up. So if you're wanting to lease this next semester, definitely go ahead and give us a call now. I don't know how much, but they will be going up.
Oh, goodness.
So you know, if you want to be living in style, make sure you contact the Verge on how you can renew your lease or sign your lease.
All right.
So guys, thanks for tuning in today. To watch us weekly, please tune in every Thursday. If you have missed episodes from season 1 through 3, you can always watch our episodes on YouTube under APSU-TV/SKP.
That's right. See you guys next week with more news and entertainment. And always remember to
Let's go Peay.